Okay, last example for 5.3, and this will be quick. I just really want to make sure you can do all your homework problems. So the other type is if they're asking you for the probability of something. So let's say this time we're talking about cholesterol, for instance. So the mean cholesterol for American women happens to be, let's say it's 188 milligrams per deciliter. So mean is 188, standard deviation 41.3. So that's the data they gave us. And then we want the probability of cholesterol being different things. But they might ask you something like what cholesterol or what, I don't know what they would call it, cholesterol level. So what level represents, and then they might say the first quartile. So it's like a percentile, but it's quartile. You've had that word before. You had that word in chapter 2. You already know how to do it. You just might, chapter 1. Nope, chapter 2. When we were doing the box and whisker plot. Remember a box and whisker plot? Good memory time. Box and whisker plot was all about breaking your data into quartiles. So remember, that might be what a box and whisker plot looked like. And then this was the first quartile, the first 25%. And so in chapter 2, we learned that this right here, that line represented Q1, the first quartile. This line was Q2, the second quartile. And this line was Q3, the third quartile. And if it breaks everything into 25% chunks, that means Q1 represents the 25th percentile. Q2 would be 2 of those 25% chunks. So that's 50, and Q3 would be 3 of them, which would be 75. So you just need to remember that from chapter 2. So if they ask for the first quartile, that's the 25th percent. If they wanted the third quartile, you would do the 75th percentile. So other than that, that's all you need to know to be able to do the other type of homework. So let's just do a problem. Now that we've got the data up, we'll just do a problem. So let's do this one. What level represents the first quartile? So they're giving us that we have somebody in the 25th percentile. All right, I just had to stop the video for a minute, start over again. I don't know where I left off, so I'm just going to go from here. All right. So we're going to go to the chart. We're going to try to find 2,500 on the chart. Okay, my dogs are having some sort of dog rodeo running around, so good gracious. Okay, let's pull the chart back up. 2,500 is what we're looking for. Remember, all these numbers in the chart are in numerical order, so when you're looking for 2,500, also please remember, again, I can't stress enough, you are looking for a 4-digit number. You're not looking at z-scores right now. You're looking out here with for 4-digit numbers. 2,500, so let's see. Okay, so, and remember, you're not going to find your number on here. You want the 2 closest. So I have 2,514, that's pretty close. And then the next one would be 2,483. So you have to figure out which one is closest to 2,500. Well, 2,514 is 14 points away from 2,500. 2,483 is 17 points away. So that means this one is the closest. So 2,514. We're going to use that 4-digit number to represent 2,500. So now we need the z-score. That's the whole point of doing this. So 2,514 is in the negative 0.6 row. So I got that part. Now you got to look up and see what column it's in. So I got to scoot this down. It's in the 7 column. We love the 7 column for some reason. It's like every example. Okay. So we just found the z-score. Z-score equals 0.67, negative 67. So now I've got to fill that into my formula for finding my x value. So I'm going to scoot everything up so I've got room. Scoot everybody up here. And to find an x value, we have z-score. Now be careful in your calculator. Make sure you enter the negative when you do this in your calculator. So negative 0.67 times my standard deviation. Oh shoot, I forgot what it was. Standard deviation was 41.3 milligrams. And then plus the mean, which is 188. So all that equals 160.329. We don't really need all those decimal places. You can round to the nearest cholesterol level of 160 or 160.3. It just depends on what instructions you're given. So that's your cholesterol level that goes with the first quartile, which we know means 25th percent.